Hello everybody. In this video we're going to be looking at equations, algebra, and using modeling. So algebra is pretty fun. You get to solve puzzles, right? So what is the missing number here? So what number minus 2 equals 4? Well, in algebra we don't use blank boxes. We use a variable, okay? A letter. Variable is just a fancy math word for letter. It's usually X or Y, but any letter is fine. So that same expression before, or same equation, we can just substitute X in for the missing box. Okay, so what number subtract 2 equals 4? So it's really just that simple. The letter in this case just means we don't know yet. Okay, it's often called the unknown variable, and that's what we're trying to find when we're doing an equation. Okay, so if we substitute in x equals 6 for x, you'll see that 6 minus 2 is 4. So that's just kind of where we're going with this, okay? So x would equal 6. So, in a basic approach to solve, we work out what to remove to get x. And we remove it by doing the opposite, okay? Or the inverse operations. For example, the opposite of adding is subtracting. The opposite of dividing is multiplying, okay? And we do that consistently on both sides of an equation. So we want to remove, let me just go back a step here. We've got an equation that says x minus 2 equals 4. So basically the first thing that clicks in our head is that we need to get x by itself. So we need to do that by removing the 2. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, we want to cancel out. So we take that subtract 2 and we add 2 to it to cancel it out. Then we're left with x on the left side of the equation. Okay, just picture a bar or like a river going down through here, separating the two. And on the right side, we must do whatever we do on the left side. So whatever we do on this side of the equation, we must do on the right side of the equation. Okay, so we added 2 over here, so we must add 2 over here. So then we end up with x equals 6 as our answer. So why did we add 2 to both sides? This is where modeling comes into play. Basically, look at it like a balancing scale. As you can see here, an equation is balanced. X subtract 2 equals 4. Okay? There's no one side heavier than the other here. So when we add 2 to the left side, we must add 2 to the right, because if not, it's going to be out of balance. Okay, we've just put a heavier number here by adding 2 to it, and now this equation's out of balance. So we must do the same to the right to get it back in balance. Okay, both sides must be the same. So basically, when we see an equation like this, we want to get the variable, or the letter, as it's known as, by itself. So what number is on the same side as the r? Okay, well, the 16 is, right? So to get r by itself, we must undo the added 16. Okay, we want to isolate the r, so we got to get rid of this plus 16. So to do that, well, what's the opposite of addition? We need to subtract 16 from the left-hand side of the equation. So if we do it from the left-hand side, as you can see, we must do it to the right-hand side. So this will get eliminated. Okay, so this 16 will disappear, plus 16 minus 16. We're left with r, which is exactly what we wanted. And we do the math here, and we get minus 23. Okay, and you can always check your answer when doing these. This is the great thing about it. If I plug r equals 23 into this equation, well, negative 23 plus 16 equals negative 7. If you plug your answer back in and the left side doesn't equal the right side, well, then you know you've done it wrong. In this case, we've done it right. Just another example here. I think this is my last one. So again, we want to get rid of that 2x. So the first thing to do is get rid of our constants, which is just our numbers. So we're going to get rid of that negative 1 by adding 1. Therefore, it will cancel out. And whatever we do to the left-hand side, we do to the right. And we see that we'll be left with 2x equals negative 2. So when a number is attached to a letter like that, well, we call the letter a variable, and we call the number a coefficient. Okay? So basically all we need to do is separate them. Well, how do we get them separated? We need to divide. Okay? Whatever the number or coefficient is, that's what we're going to divide by. So in this case, 2x equals negative 2. We're going to divide by 2 because we want to get rid of this 2. So then we're left with x equals negative 1. And again, if you want to check your answer, you can go ahead and do that. Okay? That's all I have for you this time, guys. If you need any extra help, come see me, and good luck on your quiz. Thanks.